This is a follow-up to the unboxing video that we did for the GitUp Git1 Pro action camera. In this video, we're going to do a little bit more detailed comparisons between the Git1 and the SJ4000 camera. And also we're going to do some video comparison to show you what each one of these cameras produces, default settings right out of the box. The width of the SJ4000 camera comes in basically right at 59 millimeters. The width of the Git1 is identical. The height of the SJ4000, we're at 41.4, so 41.5 millimeters. And on the Git1, we're basically right at 41 millimeters. The difference that you can see right away is the thickness between the SJ4000 and the Git1. The thickness of the SJ4000, we're at 24.5 millimeters, whereas on the Git1, we are at 21, basically 22, 21.6, basically 22 millimeters. It's a fairly significant difference when we look at the two side by side. The weight, however, between these two cameras, despite the width difference, is identical. There's no difference between the weight between these two. And I suspect that the battery, I don't know this, but I suspect that the battery in this Git1 is probably of higher quality and makes up the slight bit of difference that we would have in the SJ4000. Just kind of going back over what we've seen in the unboxing video, the displays on the rear of these two cameras is significantly different. The Git1 has the plastic bezel all the way around, so to me that's going to offer a little bit of protection, more so than the basically the sticker on the SJ4000. We have the LED indicator on the rear, let's see, on the top, on the front, and on the side for the Git1 camera. That's going to denote what mode we're in, whether we're recording and whatnot. The SJ4000 has the LED indicator on the top and on the rear. The connections for your FPV, HDMI, and SD card are on the left-hand side of the SJ4000. Those connections are also on the left-hand side for the Git1. The SD card will install on the right-hand side. You will not have any trouble using the Git1 in any gimbal that is designed for the GoPro. It's going to fit in there directly, and it's going to fit nicely. Now we're going to hook these two up side by side, and we're going to do some video comparisons between the two. There's a couple of things that I'm going to be focused on when we do the comparison, and that's mainly going to be the color representation. Both of these cameras are set to their default settings, so we're going to look at, the white balance and see which one has more true color. Also, when flying FPV, going from light areas to dark areas, we're going to look at the response as to how fast these two sensors react. So right here, we're kind of in a shady spot. The sky is really pretty blue with the nice clouds today, so I'm going to tilt everything up here, get a nice sky. Come back down into the shade. Now we're going to move over. So there's more of a direct hit with the sun and the sky there. So now we're in direct sun. Just kind of pan this around. Come down. So now we'll come down to the ground. We'll come back up. I have both of these cameras focused right on my yellow Jeep. So if we just look at the difference in the color between the yellows between the two. And we're going to take a quick picture so we can compare the photo quality between the two. Now I have set both cameras to tungsten. After seeing what they both did on their default settings and knowing that the SJ4000 in particular produces much better quality on the tungsten setting, I've set both cameras to tungsten. And we've just got a kind of a quick shot here of, the green grass, and I'm just going to slowly pan up. The clouds in the sky again, like I said, looking at it from the eye is nice and pretty blue. So now we'll pan to the left. The sun is pretty much right in our face right here. So now we'll pan back around. Again, this is with the tungsten setting on both cameras. Okay, so we've taken a look at the some video footage and a couple of pictures from these two cameras. All in all, what it really boils down to is what's going to suit your needs the best. Everybody kind of considers GoPro the gold standard. And I have a GoPro, and the video quality is excellent. With these competitors' cameras, the video quality is not bad. I did find that changing the white balance to a couple of different settings other than default seemed to produce better color on the GitUp Git1 camera here. But you know what? We had to do the same thing with the SJ4000 as well, because this camera out of the box, the color is kind of terrible. The Git1, I do like the quality better. It has a much better feel to it. You can see here where we actually have real screws in the front of the camera to disassemble it, which we don't need to do, but the build quality is just a whole lot better. I like the fact that this camera has a lot of different LEDs to let us know what mode we're in, no matter whether we have this mounted on a gimbal. A lot of these certain areas may be blocked. So with it mounted on a gimbal, then we can tell whether it's recording or not. Probably the main feature that sets this camera apart from the SJ4000 is the fact that when we have our USB connected for FPV use, you can set this to default as soon as you power it on to go straight to video out. So it's ready. It's more like a Mobius in that when you turn it on, it's ready to go. We don't have to fiddle like I do with the SJ4000 and go through the menu and turn TV out on. The Git1, the video out is going to be ready when you are. So all in all, I like the Git1. I think it's an excellent camera. And I think for FPV use, this is going to be a much better camera. And the fact that it has the exact same USB connector as a GoPro is a huge plus. So any FPV transmitter that comes with a GoPro out cable, you're going to be able to use directly with this Git1 camera. You're not going to have to do any wiring or anything. It's ready to go. So that is a huge plus. I look forward to trying the Git2 version. I believe that's going to be an excellent upgrade from the Git1. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.